My disappointment is immeasurable. Halo Infinite has just been delayed till 2021. Now, there aren't all negatives to go with that. There are some very positive things to come with that as well. However, the overall feeling at this very moment for most people is pretty miserable. We've all been waiting so long for this game, and to delay it just 3 months before the release after waiting 5 years, it's pretty rough, let's be honest, man. And with such a tough year in 2020, people were looking forward to something to spend their time on in a safe way, indoors, just enjoying themselves, and that's just been ripped away from us, which sucks. But like I said, there are some good things, of course, there are some bad things. But let's start with what they've said. So they actually didn't really give too much information. First of all, they've just said it's delayed till 2021. They didn't even give us a new date to kind of hope for. Not that that means a lot anymore, because who knows if it's going to get delayed again. But I am disappointed right off the bat that they didn't give us another date to look forward to. How about a summer 2021? How about a spring 2021? Whatever it's going to be, I really think that they should have given us something to work off. At this rate, who knows if it's going to be released in next holiday season, over a year away again. That would be rough, and I get it. We're going to get to the positives. Yes, it'll make for a great game at launch. I know. We'll get there. But that sucks that they didn't give us a little bit more. So we're going to start this off with a little bit of the ranting side of things, just because I know a lot of you guys are feeling frustrated like I am, and it's for good reason. But moving forward, they basically said that they want to give a game that is adequate for their vision and something that we all deserve and whatnot. They said that the shift in the release is multiple factors that contributed to the development challenges. Probably some of this is losing the creative directors through the middle of the development cycle as well, which is never going to be helpful. However, that type of thing can be worked around. They go on to say that also the virus has caused many challenges, as we all expected it would, which is another reason why I'm quite frustrated when, this all started happening. We're well into this now. Everybody's been well aware of what this is, and they've known that, it's been affecting their development probably since March, if not even a little earlier. So I'm very surprised that they didn't see this coming and, delay the release a few months ago. It would really help, because it would have helped with communication and basically an open feel and environment for the game creators and the consumers, the people that want to play the game. I think that just would have gone a long way to have this plan with a little more vision. And I know this is the last thing they wanted to do with it launching on a new Xbox, and we're going to talk about that. Is that the death of the Xbox Series X with this delay? We'll get there in a second as well. But they really did want to release it on time, and that's probably why they took so long to announce this delay. They were pushing, they were working overtime, hoping that it would happen. And unfortunately, they couldn't meet it. But I still just think, how did you not have the foresight to figure this one out a little bit sooner? I mean, it's not that difficult to realize 6 months versus 3 months after you've been developing this game for years and years and years if this is going to need to happen. Yes, the pressure was on with Xbox Series X, but let's move on. They just said that this is disappointing. We know many of you guys will share that sentiment, the passion, blah, blah, blah. The extra time will help us finish the critical work necessary to deliver the most ambitious Halo game ever and the quality we know our fans deserve. So let's just talk one more about a little bit of the negatives before we move on to some of the positives, right? So, like I said, with the whole rough year that everybody's been having, it would have been awesome to be able to utilize some of that time, and even things like gifts. Like, it's an excuse to buy fun things, an excuse to relax and enjoy. So with the holidays coming around, people were really looking forward to getting some time to play this game. And I'm sure people have even started to plan out setting aside work time and stuff like this to just finally enjoy something for 2020, especially a game that means so much to so many people. So that sucks, right? It totally sucks that everybody was counting on this game and expecting to be able to play it sooner. It really just is quite annoying. Now, we're going to move on to some of the positives for Halo Infinite itself before talking about what this means to the Xbox Series X and the launch and the future of that console as well. So some of the positives clearly is that they're taking this very seriously. They want this game to be what everybody expects it to be, which is an open world, brand new Halo with expansive mechanics, the details down to the very nitty gritty. That is what the fans should expect. all of the types of weapons and things we desire are going to be balanced, and they're going to be beautiful, and it's all going to be complete. They want to deliver that, and that is why they're delaying this game, rather. They would not do this in a light way. This is a very serious thing to them. And, that's great. I mean, I want this game to be complete. I want it to launch strong. I want people to be able to enjoy it to its very fullest potential, get the Halo community back on track as one of the number one games, and overall, just have a great time on the game, and that'll certainly happen if it launches more complete. Now, there is one more piece that some people aren't thinking about right away, is that it actually could build more hype for this game. It would have been great to launch on the new console because that would have been very hype as well, experiencing it on the new hardware and stuff like that. But as they have more time to release, or rather develop the game before release, they give more time to being able to actually create new elements of the game, even new marketing material, building up the hype, building up a story, adding the last details, sharing little details along the way. It gives more time for the hype to build, because we haven't gotten much details about Halo Infinite. If we're being honest, guys, we've really only gotten the campaign reveal and a couple trailers and then a couple blog posts. Like, there has not been much. There's been basically zero marketing. So the marketing would have had to happen within 3 months. That doesn't give too much time for the game to get super hyped up and aware in the whole community, right? Of course, the Halo fans and the dedicated gamers are going to know about this, but there's a lot of casual people who they could grab, and they're not going to be able to do that very well with just 3 months. So now there's more time to get more people into the community, which is pretty cool as well. And, you got to hand it to them. They want to release an amazing game. They're not grabbing our money right away and promising to deliver stuff later. So it does give hope that this game is going to be good, right? It also gives a little bit of worry that how is it, that far off delivery that they need to delay it? But, it happens, and we've seen it happen with many games before that it gets delayed. So overall, it is hopeful that they're delaying it. It just sucks in the reality of what people were hoping to be able to do. The actual outcome of it is probably going to be positive. Now, with that being said, the Xbox Series X is still launching in November. As of right now, who knows, in a week maybe Microsoft will delay that too. We don't know. But I think it will launch in November. They need to get some of those sales. If Sony launches their PS5 in November as well, and Xbox decides to delay it, it doesn't matter what happens. People are going to be buying gifts for people. Sony is going to crush the Xbox. The Xbox has to release in November. And with that being said, it's going to be releasing without Halo, which was the game that was the absolute main pull for the Xbox Series X. Now, of course, there's other games. There's other games that are going to be launching on both titles that you can still play on Xbox Series X and whatnot. But, they were counting on Halo for absolutely blasting some of those sales. And it's not going to happen now. Now, that doesn't mean people can't buy the Xbox Series X knowing that Halo will come eventually. And, just playing some of the other games until it does come. Yes, of course, that's a possibility. However, it does kill their chances for stealing away some fans, people that are stuck in the middle. People want to play their games right away. They want to have that immediate satisfaction. And they're not going to get that now. They're going to probably want to get something like the PS5, where they can play more games right away, more of the very hyped games. And, that's a problem they're going to have to deal with. Now, I'm still going to be getting the Xbox Series X right away. I know Halo's coming. I want to play it on the Xbox Series X. But, man, let me tell you, does that hurt the Xbox Series X to lose out on the Halo hype sales? Do I think it's the very end of the Series X? Honestly, man, I don't think it's the end of it. It's still going to perform to a certain, standard and everything with sales. Like, they're not just going to not sell any, but it genuinely will hurt the sales a ton. And I don't know what that means for the future of the console. Like Xbox One launched pretty rough with that price tag that they had. That really screwed them over. And now, whether it's the price tag or not, we still don't know. But this time around, it's going to be the timing. And it is going to hurt. I hope that it doesn't hurt as much as we expect it might at this point. But it is going to hurt. And it might just mean that, PlayStation takes over again with the most sales for this generation. It might be as simple as that, and I think it will be as simple as that. The Xbox Series X can still come back strong. It could still even launch strong. But the reality is this thing was riding on Halo Infinite, and it's now lost that. They're going to have to come up with something special. They're going to have to come up with a just absolutely amazingly appealing price tag, or they're going to need to throw in some new bundles into the mix, like free Xbox Live Gold. That could help a ton. If PlayStation still keeps their subscription service, they're going to need free Xbox Live Gold. I think that would push a lot of console sales, and if they did announce that, which they need to announce very soon, that could sway a lot of people in the direction of Xbox. And with the new launch of Halo Infinite being free to play in multiplayer, they could have an absolute dynasty on their hands. But they need to make these decisions, and they need to make them quick. So a lot is riding on these next probably 2 weeks of Xbox news, Halo news, things like that, about how this is all going to go. Yes, of course, they have more time. If they announce the free gold just 2 weeks before release, it'll still help a ton. But I think they need to make some big moves now to carry any momentum of hype that Xbox Series X has, because the Halo Infinite hype, it is pushed back. It's not gone. Like I said, it'll build way more over time now even, but it's gone for the moment. People are very annoyed. They're very sad that they're going to miss out. So that's my thoughts on the whole Halo Infinite delay. It's an absolute travesty. It's probably going to be worth it in the end, but man, we wanted something to look forward to. So if you guys did agree with anything I said, please do drop a like, subscribe. It means more than you would know, and I'm going to be releasing tons of Halo content. I was going to say Halo Infinite content. Hopefully more Halo Infinite content. That depends on what 343 releases to us, but definitely Halo content as we lead up to the launch of Halo Infinite. So please do subscribe, follow me on social media, and I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Peace.